So I heard you want to raid.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Before I begin, I want to say thank you for the support on the trailer I made for Guild Wars 2. We reached 5,000 views and 500 likes already, and I am being reminded every second of the vertical leaps typo. Please leave my boy out of this, he had nothing to do with it. No, but really thank you for the amazing comments and criticisms. It's been amazing, and I would love it if you take this moment to subscribe to the channel, because I do plan on making more content for my favorite game in the world.
Just do it! Yes, you can!
And this video is a pretty fun one because it is one of the most exciting parts of endgame, and that is raiding.
Hold nothing back now. The fate of Tyria hangs in the balance.
So you decided that you want to raid, whether it be for the purposes of challenging yourself, just wanting to see what it's about, or getting that sweet legendary armor. And let me tell you, it can be daunting, but it doesn't have to be. To introduce you or reintroduce you to the mode, I am going to mix my personal experience with raids, together with advice and insights on how I went from getting kicked from squads to casually pugging raids with randoms no problem. First of all, what are raids? Raids are 10-player squad-based PvE instances focusing on challenging combat and mechanics, designed for level 80 characters. They are the most challenging core pillar of Guild Wars 2's endgame. The first thing I would like to talk about is game knowledge. Game knowledge spans from things like gear, to builds, to mechanics, to roles, etc. Getting the right stats is extremely important. This was one of my biggest mistakes. I bought the recipe for my correct stat for my role on the 9th of August 2020, while I had been raiding for quite a few months already. I had a raid training group with my guild, and I was doing a whopping 5k DPS prior to fixing my stats. So this is the first thing you should do. Decide your role, then get your gear and build in order. Now to get gear, there are 1,000,001 ways on how to do this. I've never liked video guides when it came to getting gear. Instead, I always guide newer readers to use this written guide by Tinetris, which is an incredibly useful resource. It's on the wiki, so you can click everything right then and there and see specifically how and where to get it. The most important aspect of gearing up is choosing the right stats. Now there are people who work hard in the community to test everything, so you don't have to do any work here in mix and matching stats. Use Snowcrows as a starting point for your gear. You just go on the site, click on the builds, and see what stats the gear needs. It will tell you the name of the prefix, the runes and sigils you need, etc. Once you are done gearing up, the next step is your build. Snowcrows also has this, so this shouldn't be a problem. So get the right build, and now comes the hard part, actually playing it. The raid hub exists just below the Fort Mariner area, the symbol with the red circle inside a door. Now once you enter, there's a bank, and next to the bank is a training section where you beat up a kitty golem. Now this is mainly to test your DPS, but you can practice your healing rotation if you want as well. The in-game DPS check occurs at every 20% of the golem's HP, but I suggest not using it. Instead, you want to download Arc DPS and monitor your DPS there. Now, to prove to you that it really only takes investment in learning your character to do well at raids, I tortured myself by learning the power of virtuous rotation.
Jesus Christ.
Refreshing. You're finished.
So after beating yourself up for quite some time and acquiring all that game knowledge, it's time for your first raid. Now how do you join a raid for the first time? This year we got an update to the LFG which added a section for raid trainings. Now I don't particularly recommend this method as you can possibly still run into bad apples. But if you see one being advertised, you should give it a try. But the method I recommend is using Raid Academy, which is for NA, or the Crossroads Inn, which is for EU. These discords have highly organized trainings quite often.
Our first mechanic is when listening to an audio cue, there'll be a sound of a ghostly whisper that lets us know that the statues have started glowing red. We'll run to the red statue. Let's listen. I heard it. There's a glowing red statue. It's random which statue glows, so we just have to all stand at the glowing red statue. From this glowing red statue, there's a white ghost. So target and kill the white ghost. Target and kill the white ghost. His name's called Difference. If you don't check, he's dead. Excellent. Turn around.
After you do trainings, you usually move into practice runs as you get more comfortable with raid mechanics and your class. And eventually, you move into clear runs. Now that is it for the end of the video, and I hope to see everyone running around in the aerodrome soon.